Pugilism Company. This is Reed, BBS, the Black Birch Sugar. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to the motherfuckers out there. If you like me, if you got kids and you're a motherfucker, embrace it. Happy Mother's Day, motherfucker. Anyway, moving on to last night's events. Lomachenko versus Linares. This was on ESPN, live from Madison Square Garden. Real good fight, man. 10th round KO, courtesy of a beautiful left hook to the liver. This is Loma's third world title at a third weight class in just his 12th fight. The quickest to ever win three titles in three different weight classes. With Loma, man, it's the little things, it's the subtleties. His feet, his feints. I mean, footwork is key in any sport, particularly in boxing. That's that Russian dance background he had, man. His feet are second to none. What he does, man, the more I see him fight, the more of his footage we're privy to, more of his tendencies we can pick up on. He gets his. He's going to initiate most of the exchanges. And when he gets his, he's going to pivot out. 9 times out of 10, he's pivoting to his own right, sometimes to his own left. And he's pivoting to his opponent's shoulder so he can get out of the way of any type of incoming. That's a very smart tactic, man. That's boxing 101. That's some old school Georgie Benton, like Eddie Futch type shit right there. That's quality. Now the thing with that, as people pick up on it, for a brief second, as you're pivoting to that shoulder, you're open for a hook from that same shoulder. So when he pivots to his own right, Lomachenko is susceptible to some big left hooks. But you got to be quick enough and accurate enough to capitalize on that brief millisecond that you have. I'll speak in a minute on who I think is capable of that. Anyway, last night, just as Lomachenko was clearly bigger than Rigondeaux, Linares was clearly bigger than him. Nonetheless, hey man, Lomachenko initiated the bulk of the action. Linares was game. He fought like a dude who's won 3 titles in 3 different weight classes himself. He wasn't no punk. He tested Lomachenko, even dropped him with a counter straight right hand in the 6th. Now, I don't know how hurt Lomachenko was, but when he got back up, he danced the rest of the round. And it was probably by the middle of the 7th. He got dropped in the 6th. By the middle of the 7th, Lomachenko was back to being Lomachenko. 10th round, man, it was beautiful. He unleashed a flurry of headshots, like double jabs, uppercuts, hooks, all to the head. Wow, then bam! He snuck a left hook to the body, man, to the liver. And my man Linares folded, went down to one knee. He beat the count. He was up by like the count of 8 or 9, but he still wasn't standing upright. I don't know if that's why the ref waved it off or what have you, but he was in no condition to continue. The judges, it was pretty interesting. Scores were 86-84 for Lomachenko, 86-84 for Linares, and 85-85 even. So, I mean, you'd have to factor in, since they didn't get to score the 10th round, that would have been a 2-point round at the very least. So even though the scores were close at the time of the stoppage, Lomachenko was well on his way to winning a decision, it seems. Bob Arum, Uncle Bobby's already come out saying Lomachenko will be returning August 25th at the Forum in L.A. I'd bet anything that'll be against Ray Beltran. Beltran is the WBO champion at 135, and he's also promoted by Top Rank. That's a real easy fight to make. And I don't mind that fight. I mean, Beltran, in his own way, he's going to challenge and push and make Lomachenko feel him as well. But Lomachenko will also be victorious in that bout. This is all pointing to Mikey Garcia, man. I was speaking of the guy who could capitalize on Lomachenko's tendencies. Mikey Garcia is that dude. between his brother, trainer Robert Garcia, and Mikey's own boxing wherewithal, he's a student of the game. He's watching film of his guys, his upcoming opponents. He can pick up on tendencies, and he's crafty enough to have that right hook waiting for you or that left hook waiting for you, whichever shoulder you're pivoting to. He can be that dude. My fear is Bob Arum will get in the way of it. So like I say, I'm expecting Lomachenko to face Beltran next, add the WBO title to his newly won WBA title. Meanwhile, Garcia, who's the WBC champion, will be unifying against Robert Easter, the IBF champion. We're going to have two guys in the same division with two belts. Please, please, Bob Arum, don't stand in the way of what would probably be the best fight in boxing right now. And that's Vasyl Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. Oh, by the way, HBO put on a show also. On one hand, it was ill-advised, in my opinion, just based on the fact the marquee, the more highly anticipated card was clearly Lomachenko Linares on ESPN. But I went ahead and tuned in. Saddam Ali versus Jaime Munguia on HBO. And man, wow. Jaime Munguia is not to be flexed with. A big-ass junior middleweight. He's like the Mexican Jared Hurd or something. Only Munguia hits harder than Hurd, like this brother here. And Saddam is tough as nails, brave as they are, as any fighter that I've ever seen. Just pure bravery and heart, man. You feel bad for guys when they take an L like this one. You know, Saddam's an 08 U.S. Olympian, along with Deontay Wilder and Gary Russell and my little homie Luis Yanez. Good dude. I had the pleasure of interviewing him many years ago. He accepts Munguia as a late replacement opponent for Liam Smith, who had a medical condition which removed him from the fight. I have no doubt Saddam, he certainly would have had an easier time with Smith than Munguia, and he probably would have even beaten Smith and still been the WBO junior middleweight champion today. But yeah, man, Munguia's a big-ass junior middleweight, and he can hit. He's now 29-0 with 25 KOs. Like, the very first left hook he landed on Saddam, it dropped him on his back, like, badly hurt. He landed a series of left hooks after that and dropped Saddam again. It actually was shocking Saddam survived the first round, just being honest. He was taking some punishment. He was doing better in round two, Saddam was. But then two right hands and a left hook dropped him right at the bell. So right there in the hole, after 2 full rounds, you've been dropped 3 times. Now, Saddam did remain upright in the third round, and he made a valiant effort, man. He went for broke. He knew how it was looking. So he bit down on his mouthpiece, man, and just started firing shots. You know, last-ditch effort. Nonetheless, he was sent back wobbling to his corner after the third round. At this point, it got kind of dicey. So, like, after every single round, the referee came back to Saddam's corner to check on his condition. That's, as we say in Texas, that's no way no. The ref is coming to your corner to check on your condition after every round. Yeah, no way no. So they let him go out for the 4th round, and a lead left hook dropped him for the 4th time, and it was an academic stoppage by that point. Munguia's a player at 54, man. And with Hispanic fans being somewhat down on Canelo for the moment, Munguia can possibly become that next Mexican superstar. His style is fan-friendly, and everybody likes punchers. Everybody likes punchers. I won't be missing Munguia's next fight, that's for sure. Before I get out of here, one thing I don't like. So, okay, they wanted to put the camera on Saddam's father during the fight. You know, this fight didn't work out well for Saddam. And me, I'm not that guy. I don't want to see the camera reaction of the fighter's father or his daughter or his wife. I don't want to see their reaction to the person they love getting the shit beat out of them. I don't think that adds to the broadcast at all. It certainly doesn't enhance my viewing experience. I mean, I know how it is. I've had people in the ring fighting and getting their ass whooped. It's not a good feeling because you care for them. Win or lose, you don't want to see them get hurt. So for these networks to have these camera angles on these people's loved ones in the worst moments of these fights in particular, I find that just a little bit tacky. You know, I'm just one man, but I'd rather not see that is all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, this is Reed, BBS, representing Pugilism Company. Please continue to comment. Please hit the bell for the notifications. Stay with us, y'all. Keep supporting us. We're going to keep putting it down for you. Until next time, peace.
Making his second defense of his IBF Welterweight Championship of the World, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Special and unique because this is really a first. Really the first time that Showtime Championship Boxing has been here in Dallas.